Hi, welcome to the Bruce and Bruce Show. I'm Bruce.
My name is Bruce.
And we're here tonight to bring our debut show about topics that relate to our community. And tonight we're going to be talking about
Jessie Williams.
Racism and the racism that exists in our communities. And Jessie Williams has now brought it to the forefront. And we're going to speak about this.
That's his speech and the media's reaction, public reaction to his speech.
Yes, firstly, I will start with my take on this. I know that racism does exist. I do believe that racism is a part of the problem. Jessie Williams has his own views on that. Jessie Williams has his own views about this, and I have my personal views. I believe that racism is prevalent in our community. I am a victim of racism. I went through it before, and I think Jessie Williams is just now giving us some feedbacks on what he feels. And one other thing I don't understand is that how we can come about to be racist. This is a picture here of Jackson, 11 my son. And then when people see him, what they said, they see him as a baby, right? And everybody love him. But what's the problem that when you get old and older, like my son here, Bruce, who's 20 years old, and now that he's older, you don't see him like a baby no more. But now you see him as a color. It's in our heart. Your heart is who you are. It's not about a color. How do you want me to be always mad at your children? You got children, I got children. If you love a person, you should love a person for who they are, not from the color of their skin. When you treat my child wrong, that makes me feel bad. Why would I treat your child wrong? We should love everybody. Give everybody a chance. Judge them on their heart. And these recent acts of police brutality and things going on in the community is wrong. There's good cops, there's bad cops. There's good people, bad people. The problem that we see is that most of the time, a lot of time when people do wrong, they don't get punished for it. Everybody should be punished for their deeds. We're asking for everybody to be treated equally. Don't color me because of the color of my skin. Judge me on the color of my content of my heart. We all are good people, but what happens a lot of time that we look at people as a color, and that's what happens, and it makes us all feel bad because anytime you see a person as a color, it makes you think that they don't care about you, they don't love you or worship you. Even in our workplace, when we treat it bad at work because of the color of our skin, it makes us feel bad. Why would you want to pay a person more than you pay me because of the color of their skin? I got parents. That could be your son. You want your son to be treated right. I'm asking for justice and equality for everybody. And I think that's what Jessie Williams is trying to articulate in this speech. I don't think he's trying to hurt anybody. I think he's trying to bring to the forefront what he feels on the inside. We all got an opinion. We might disagree. But we should all agree that we should end racism. That's my take. Now here's Bruce.
Alright, so what happened today was, or what happened on June 26th was that Jessie Williams, he won the humanitarian award. If you know him, you may have known him previously as Dr. Jackson Avery on Grey's Anatomy. And his speech was nothing short of spectacular. He conveyed the systematic oppression of people of color and also the ambitions of people who are struggling for police brutality. And that's one of the highlights of his speech. One of his memorable quotes from the speech was that if you have critiques for the resistance, our resistance, then please have established record of critique of our oppression. And one of the things that I interpreted from what he was saying is essentially, if you continue to analyze and also criticize the black social issues, then you have to criticize and analyze the tumultuous history of America. Tommy Lauren from the Blaze has expressed a completely misguided and disingenuous view full of illogical fallacies. First, she implies that he was inciting a war on cops. His talking points of his speech was that Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old boy, was playing in a park with a toy gun. Then the police were called because he was mistaken to have a real gun, and when they came, they shot him down on site without following standard protocol. Lauren then mentions that Jessie Williams and other celebrities are dividing America. So, speaking up for issues and injustices that black people have faced is dividing America. Also, nowhere in his speech did he imply that he felt like a victim? Or was he encouraging you to feel like victims? Okay, so the speech that he had was to bring attention to the problematic issues of race in relationship to police interactions in this country. And clearly, the entire message of the speech went over her head. And there was a petition on change.org in order to have Jessie Williams fired from the show Grey's Anatomy due to his racist rant against law enforcement and white people. Okay, first, his speech was against police brutality and systematic racism against black people that has been perpetuated for centuries now. That black people are being killed and injured disproportionately and are not receiving justice from the legal system. How could that possibly be interpreted in any other way? Williams' speech goes to show you how important it is to have a dialogue on race and inequality in order for less ignorance to prevail in our society. And that's it for me. Back to you.
Yes. So we want to sum this up with saying that we want to end racism. We want this, our America, the United States, and the entire world to be a place that everybody can love one another. Judge people on the content of their heart. Love who you want to love, no matter what color they are. But love everybody. And we want to let the police know that we love them. We care about them. We need them in our communities. But we want them to have an ongoing dialogue with every person. To respect every person. We want people to respect them as well. But that we can coexist equally and have proper policing and proper citizenry, that we can all work together. We want people to realize that racism must end. We cannot live in this planet and hate one another. We must start to love. We must have a binding love, a love that don't change. And what has got to start, we got to start with at home, that we got to let our children know that they should love everyone, in spite of the color of their skin. Love them in spite of what people say. Let's not teach racism at home. Also in our workplace, we got to have it where everybody have a fair shot. If I'm capable of doing the job, pay me for my capabilities. And don't pay me more because I'm a different color. Pay me because I am qualified to do the job. And also give me the same opportunity to give everybody else. Let me have a job. Let me have a place to work and coexist. Let me be able to make enough money that I can take my family on vacation. You take your family on vacation. Why can't it be equality for all? Why can't we let that one is trying to get ahead of the other? There's enough for everybody on this planet. But we must share equally. But we keep going about having racism. If we keep going about making separate but equal, that is not going to work. What's going to work is loving one another and put this racism behind. Please, I beg you tonight. I beg you tonight. I beg you to search your heart. Property owners, homeowners, especially business owners, search your heart and look around in your employment and the people that you employ. Judge them and employ them on the content of their heart. Let them have a chance to grow, not because you love them as a person, but because of their abilities, and you want to treat everybody equally. Love everybody you meet on the street. We want you to end racism. It must go, for our country to thrive and for our world to be a great world to live in. And we also want police brutality to stop. We want it to end, and we thank Jessie Williams for bringing to light his viewpoints. You might not agree with it. You might not agree with our viewpoints, but we can meet somewhere in the road. We can meet somewhere to end racism. We can meet somewhere to make sure we can work together with our police department, who we love and we cherish for being in our communities, and we can love them. We want them to think before they shoot. We want them to think about bringing more police to the scene instead of going in all alone by yourself. Bring more police officers out. Call for backup and don't get out. Just watch the person. Please stop shooting. Please stop shooting. I beg you. Shoot no more unless you have to. Shoot no more. I beg you. Use other mechanism to stop the violence. But please shoot no more. And we thank you tonight for the Bruce and Bruce Show. We'll be back. This is the beginning, but now it's the end. Good night, Bruce.
Good night.
Good night, Bruce and Bruce. Yay!